Has Real Madrid finally figured out the formula for starting the season with absolute perfection? With each round, the feeling grows. This team isn't just playing football. It's writing a manifesto within LaLiga. And what we saw in the victory against Levante could be the harbinger of something even greater. Mbappé, Vinícius Júnior, an ecstatic crowd, and an unbeaten run that's already turning into a discourse of power. But don't worry, because not everything is rosy. Behind the scenes are buzzing, football rumors are running wild, and rivals are already watching, ready to interrupt this white royalty's journey. An explosion on the pitch, hearts beating in unison. Real Madrid, led by Xabi Alonso, shows they're not just here to fight for points, but to dominate territory. Yesterday, against Levante, a tactical detail changed the game's dynamic. Alonso changed pieces, risked improvisation, and the result was a spectacle of imposition. But behind the celebration on the pitch, there's suspense in the Madrid locker room. Market movements, decisions on young talent, and a Madrid derby against Atletico that promises to set the city on fire. Stay with me, because until the end, you'll feel every breath of this chapter. In recent games, Real Madrid 2025 has shown impressive consistency. 6 wins in 6 La Liga matches, earning 18 points. It's not just a perfect start, it's a message to all of Spanish football. Mbappé and Vinícius Júnior are solidifying themselves as the protagonists of a duo that seems to have come straight out of a video game. Against Levante, they won 4-1 with an attacking display and absolute control. Vinícius opened the scoring in the 28th minute and also provided the assist for Mostentuno to extend the lead at the end of the first half. Levante attempted a comeback in the second half when Ete Ayong scored in the 54th minute. But the answer soon came. A penalty for Real, and Mbappé took it with class. A subtle touch that took the goalkeeper out of the play. Minutes later, the Frenchman scored another. Celebration, confidence, dominance, and to complete the statistic that became history, Dani Ceballos came on and displayed absurd passing accuracy. Almost perfect, controlling the midfield. And in defense, Alvaro Carreras, playing as a makeshift center back, showed that he can be an emergency solution. Now, close your eyes and imagine it like a movie. Act 1, a packed stadium, slow motion in Vinícius Júnior's eyes, an explosive dribble, and a well-placed shot in the 28th minute. Screams echo, the net shakes. Act 2, a magical pass from Vini to Mostentuno, who finishes in the last minute of the first half. Cut to the ecstatic crowd. Act 3, Levante breathes, finds space, and scores through Ayong, but it doesn't last long. A close-up of the surprised expression, tension in the air. Act 4, the penalty. Mbappé stares down the goalkeeper. Silence, a shot over the top. Total euphoria. Act 5, 3. Minutes later, a deadly counterattack. Mbappé runs alone, dribbles past his marker, and shoots goal. The stadium turns into a volcano. At the final whistle, a collective hug, slow motion on the bench, Alonso raising his fists. Every detail becomes a narrative. Every scene fuels the myth. But the plot isn't all about victories. Behind the scenes, rumors are swirling at Real Madrid. One involves Endrick. The youngster could be loaned out in the winter transfer window to gain more playing time. Although he insists on staying in the squad and fighting for a spot, at the same time, a blow, William Saliba, a target for Real Madrid to bolster the defense, renewed with Arsenal closing a key door on their defensive plans. Another speculation, Real Madrid's interest in Michael Olise for 2026, signaling that the club is already planning its offensive succession, eyeing a future alongside Mbappé, or even as an alternative in case of his departure. And, as if that weren't enough, the Madrid derby against Atletico is approaching. Diego Simeone still remembers last season's controversial penalty, reigniting the rivalry. The Madrid locker room is on high alert because this game is about more than 3 points. It's a symbolic battle. And there's more. Jude Bellingham reappeared in new shape. Leaner, even surprising in training, but was left out of the starting lineup against Levante, making room for Ceballos and Valverde. This is Alonso's choice, as he appears to want to test new combinations and give strategic minutes. At the same time, rumors are emerging about Alexis Mac Allister, a potential future target to strengthen the midfield in 2026. This shows how the club is constantly moving in the market. Between crushing victories and behind-the-scenes adjustments, Real Madrid 2025 is experiencing a moment where every detail becomes headline news. And here comes the analysis of Real Madrid that the fans demand. While the attack is sharp, with Mbappé and Vinícius Júnior forming one of the most lethal duos in the world, the defense still needs attention, especially in moments of opposing pressure. Carrera's improvisation worked against Levante, but would it hold up against tougher opponents? The midfield gained control with Ceballos, but losing Saliba as a backup option creates a worrying gap. The investment in Michael Olise for the future seems strategic, but raises questions about how it would impact Vinícius Júnior or even Mbappé in the long term. And the Madrid derby against Atletico is the big test. It will be time to prove that this isn't just a brilliant start to the season, but rather the foundation of a solid era under Xabi Alonso. In the end, emotion prevails. The merengue fans sense something epic is happening. It's more than victories. It's a feeling that each game is a chapter in a larger saga. Real Madrid 2025 is undefeated, but the season is long. Spanish football is treacherous, and rivals like Atletico Madrid and even Barcelona are lurking. Now, I want to hear from you. Is this Real Madrid ready to remain undefeated until the end of LaLiga? Vinícius Júnior deserves more credit than he's getting. Has Mbappé already established himself as a technical leader? Will the Madrid locker room handle the pressure, or will we see a turnaround? Comment below. Join the debate with me. And of course, if you believe in this historic journey, like and subscribe to the channel, because this journey isn't just the team's, it's ours. Game by game, emotion by emotion. Real Madrid continues to write its legend.